Hello everyone, this is Mr. Sean. When learning about chemistry, polyatomic ions are something you have to remember. At the first glance, they might look scary with no patterns. So how in the world can you remember all that? Well, here's the trick. First of all, everything ends with ATEs and ITEs have oxygen in it. Second, ATEs always have one more oxygen than ITEs. Let's look at those pairs. Nitrate and nitrite, they are made from nitrogen and oxygen. They're very similar except that nitrate has one more oxygen than nitrite. Sulfate and sulfite, they're made from sulfur and oxygen. They are too very similar except that sulfate has one more oxygen than sulfite. Chlorate and chlorite, they are made from chlorine and oxygen. They three are very similar except that chlorine has one more oxygen than chlorite. Besides chlorate and chloride, there are also perchlorate and hypochlorite. Perchlorate has one more oxygen than chlorate. Hypochlorite has two more oxygen less than chlorate. Next is the carbonate pair. The only difference between carbonate and bicarbonate, which is also called hydrocarbonate, is that bicarbonate has one more oxygen than carbonate, and that's it. So you only have to remember for carbonate, and then when you add one more hydrogen, it will become hydrocarbonate or bicarbonate. The last group has no obvious patterns, but each is unique. Hydroxide. Well, we can tell from the name that it only has hydrogen and oxygen in it, so just OH. Acetate. Well, we eat this from vinegar every day, so its name is actually very sour and not so sweet to remember. Well, phosphate. It only has phosphorus and oxygen in it, so that's just it. And the last two are cyanide and ammonium. They are actually not related to each other, so I think for now we can only remember them by saying it every day. So here's a trick for remembering polyatomic ions.
小红书